there are biases, there are microaggressions when it comes to Black women in power. And at some point it's, do I want to continue to have to fight that and prove myself, you know, because a lot of times we are underpaid, we are underrepresented, and we tend to get a glass cliff versus a glass ceiling. So do I want to continue to fight that battle, or do at one point I say, you know what, I'm just going to do my own thing, you know?
J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission is same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this a buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the graves. Never gon' fumble it, I get the bag and I run with it. Gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it.
I want to walk into a room and it's more of my content and what I bring versus who I am. It might not be the case. It will always pass my mind what is, do people approach me as a diversity hire? Do people hire me as a diversity hire? And then they're like, oh wait, she's kind of capable too? Or was I hired because I was truly capable and right for the job? But it'll always cross my mind. I read a really interesting study about the journey of Black women in corporate and how we come in as, I forgot what they called it, but almost like a pet. Like it's almost like you're loved and you're appreciated and you're valued, and then you become a threat. So yeah, it was going from pet to threat. And I remember so much of it I connected with. Like I come in and everyone loves because I'm so efficient and I work well in this. And then they're like, wait, she's really good. And then I stop becoming somebody you want to invest in. And then I'm somebody that you don't want to promote or you don't want to invest in. And how many times do I have to go through that cycle to finally say, actually, I just want to invest in myself?
How true to yourself you feel right now at work?
Officially, it's been 1 year since the redundancy happened. So, you know, everything's finally in place, and I just feel like all these sessions, you know, it's all just, you know, all the puzzle pieces are coming together.
Wow, it's powerful. I have the impression I'm talking to it differently. He looks different, he glows, he looks healthier, he's a lot more charismatic, he's a lot calmer. It's impressive, the change. So tell me about this conversation with Sammy.
So yes, that was it was an interesting experience because I tried to make it very informal, but it did turn into an open and honest conversation. And I think she appreciated being asked how she feels about things and what's not working for her. And when it came to the question about myself, and then I took a massive gulp and was like, how do you feel about me as your leader and your manager? She was she's very Vietnamese, so she was very straight to the point. I think the one thing about having an open conversation with someone who reports to you, you just need to be ready for if the answer is going to be something that you don't want to hear. I was quite nervous, but sort of just remembering it's not about me in this situation. I can't be that selfish guy, instead of just trying to make it all about, you know, what I think about her, sort of thing.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. Gross, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.
I had my mid-year review, and I only had like positives, which was really nice, but when I noted that in my one-to-one, I just said, oh, that's okay, I already know what I need to stop doing because I'm like this, I'm like that, and like beat myself up before anyone else has a chance to like say anything negative about me. But nobody did say anything bad, so why am I doing this to myself?
We all have an inner saboteur. Absolutely everyone. The key is to understand, identify when this inner saboteur is coming into play. And making peace with it, just saying, hi, okay, I've seen you, I'm going to listen to you, but then bye-bye. Would you have told me the same thing 2 months ago?
No. I would have just said everyone was being too polite.
What changed?
I'm just okay. Like, not that I'm perfect, not that I feel amazing all the time, but now I do feel like a lot more comfortable and a lot more settled. And I've like able to, you know, run with some of the ideas that I'm now having that you've encouraged me to pursue.
So the conversation with Savvy was probably pivotal in our relationship, but it took a lot for me to, you know, like build myself up to it. She said, I'm doing well in my role, and she feels that she's getting good support from me, and there's nothing really more that she needs.
So how did you feel after that conversation with her?
I felt quite good about it, because I felt like it did bring us closer, potentially. I know sort of what I now need to work on with my manager to be able to better support her.
Well done. It's an amazing new step towards your leadership skills, people management.
Yes.
You're clearly growing in that space. So yeah, well done.
I realized like this week, like my hair wasn't done, or like, you know, I wasn't feeling like from an image, my normal self, and I still felt okay to go to work or be on Zoom calls, which I never had before. So I do feel like I am showing up authentically in that standpoint. But with my team, with my leader, I do feel like we're building a very trusting relationship.
How does it feel?
It feels nice. It feels like a weight off.
Listening to you right now, I feel like it's a different Joe. You're so passionate.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see you like this and to hear you.
It feels good to have these open conversations that are specific to my needs and my current situation.
Which results have you achieved, do you think, thanks to the coaching?
I'm a lot more emotionally invested than I thought I was. I have professionally changed a lot in terms of like my priorities and what I find important, especially as a mother. Career-wise, I think this has been probably one of the most challenging parts I've had, coming back to work, new mom, life. And I think it could not have come in a better timing.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Joe. I'm really, genuinely, really pleased for you that, you know, you managed to get some results, and there were some real shifts that have happened. I've been very touched by your journey. I could relate to a lot of things you shared.
Amazing. No, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate our time. Definitely, I would continue. And when I do, I would want to really focus on what are my future ambitions and what the future possibilities could be. So who knows what the future could hold.
I don't wanna wake up and let my dreams die. This moment I'll make it mine. I'm young, wild and alive.
The last thing we discussed last time was your belief that you were talking too much. Do you remember?
Yes.
Poonam was telling herself that she was talking too much. But that's one truth, one reality that she made up in her mind. She had no evidence that she was talking too much. What I see is someone who is bubbly, arty, fun, smart, and you have this type of energy that most people want to be around because it brings out a lot of positive.
Thank you.
You remember my sentence, you're a gift to the world.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I've really enjoyed our time together as well. You make me think for myself.
You are an amazing woman. You have so much potential.
Just keep looking for the opportunities and then they kind of materialize.
I believe that there's no coincidence. I believe that as soon as you start working towards something you really, really want, you know, life has a way to orchestrate this for you.
There's a term for this. It's the opposite of paranoia. It's pronoia, and it's the belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor.
Yeah, I'm such a pronoiaico. I really hope that Poonam will always remember that she's a gift to the world, and during challenging times she can remember that particular day where we discussed this and she realized that she has so much to offer.
Well, I'm just really glad that we've had this time together. I think it's come at like a really important time for me. I feel so different to how I did before. For me, I think that I just need to keep going on this journey and keep exploring and getting to know myself better. It feels significant in my life, so I'm really pleased that we were able to do this now, and hopefully keep talking to you.
I'll always be with you.
Tell me about the exercise where you had to talk about yourself in the future, but in the present tense.
When you're ready, I can read it to you, or do we save that for later?
No, are you happy to read it out loud?
I'm happy to read it out loud, yeah. Cool. So, my name is Lee, and I'm a person who embraces vulnerability with confidence. I'm fully aware that it is a strength, not a weakness. I feel whole and enough, secure in my worth, no longer chasing validation from others. Happiness comes from within, and I'm at peace with who I am and content in my own skin. The opinions of others no longer dictate my actions or define my self-worth. Fear no longer has control over my emotions or my potential. I instead face challenges head-on, empowered by the belief that I can handle whatever comes my way, free from the limitations of my own self-doubt.
Wow! This is beautiful, Lee. It makes me feel quite emotional to hear this.
It's sort of, just thinking about it, it just makes me feel like a complete 180 from the person I introduced you to all those sessions ago.
I am so proud of Lee. The shift is massive between session 1 and today, and he's been so committed. The progress is like, wow.
I feel like wish I'd done this so much sooner, because I could have achieved a lot more, but I'm not gonna berate myself too much about that either. I just feel like it's the right thing at the right time now, so I feel good about it. 5 years from now, I'll probably be a team leader, general manager potentially of the Europe region, EU. With all this potential that I know I'm capable of, I could achieve anything really.
Lee, what's next for you at work?
So I'm actually planning a trip to Japan. I'm taking a bunch of travel agents with us. There's going to be about 20 of them. I'm worrying about just, how to make sure that they have a really good time on the trip and actually sell all of our products when they come back. So lots to think about. And